Well, hello,
And welcome back.
beautiful people. We
Not
tried
welcome
this a
back.
second
We are
ago.
back. We are back.
We are back.
Yeah.
And it's good to see that you guys are back as well because I'm presuming. You know what? I realized we didn't ask people to subscribe. So they were probably watching the episode and didn't realize that they have to subscribe. So can we just take a second and tell them to subscribe? So next time they will automatically get notifications on YouTube, on Instagram, and all of our other handles.
Yes, please, everyone do follow, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that every time we upload a video, you get notified and then you can catch up with us. Are planning to do live streaming in coming weeks. So if you're interested and have some time on your hand, you could join us and watch us live. We'll be more than happy to interact with people. If there are some questions that are posted, we could definitely answer them and give our thoughts on that as well. So yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
lovely if you guys can subscribe and like. And we want to have this. And we're just saying this so that we get interactions more than anything else. That's, I mean, we want to get feedback. We want to know what people think about our opinions, and if you can inform us of things, that'll be great as well.
Yeah, I mean, we just want to hear from you guys and see,
Yeah.
what you would like us to talk about. If there's any specific things you'd like us to talk about or try new things. Like one of the reasons I'm wearing this hat, for those who don't know, is from the northern part of Pakistan. It's a representation of our country, or our motherland.
Yeah.
And it was a recommendation. One of my wife's um nephews actually asked me to wear. I wear it actually, on the weekends and stuff. And trust me, it's a lot more colder than this cap would have you believe where I am. But I'm wearing it nonetheless because right now it's more about represent as
Yeah.
opposed to keeping warm. But it does keep me warm as well. So that's the other
That's
thing.
nice.
Anyway, enough about the hat.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the weekend. Cracking games. I think we just finished watching not just a little while ago, the United game ended, and I think I turned the TV off around when it was 2-1, and because I was like, okay, United's gonna crumble and give up the lead, and that did happen. But then something else happened. Adil, do you want to talk us through that?
Yeah, that did happen. I guess, first of all, credit to Fulham to take the game to United. I mean, if had they not done that, they wouldn't have pressured United into giving up the lead. Um, so clear penalty that they got the first time, and a wonderful goal scored by Kevin from Fulham. Um, One of those goals that you cannot do anything about. So yeah, I don't think United can complain much about that goal. Yeah, maybe Lemon's positioning could have been better. Maybe Ugarte could have closed down the the winger a bit earlier. But having said that, it was an amazing goal, and I cannot take anything away from that. But then United showed the courage to go back, get that lead back through Sheshko, who finished wonderfully. Again, I think that was a pass from Bruno as well. Bruno ended up having 2 assists in this game, if I'm not wrong. And that guy is just like
Right.
the heartbeat of the team at the moment. Everything goes through him. He's very decisive in his passes, and he somehow has them. All of our players mapped on his mind, so he knows at any point in time where to pass and who's making the runs, which is great to
Right.
see. So I think Bruno is very essential to the way United is performing at the moment. Yeah, I think that's what, again, and I want to say also that Fulham throughout the game, even when United scored the first goal, when United scored the second goal, Fulham showed a lot of character, a lot of heart, and just kept going in search of goals. And I think they would feel hard done by the result, but I think United were just a bit better
Towards the
on
end,
the day.
perhaps, but I thought they were very wasteful, bro. I thought after conceding the first goal, I thought they could have done a lot better in situations between the two boxes
I think that's what
in
separates
the first
mid-table
half.
teams from top teams. So where their gameplay was good, and
Well, would you call
making.
United a top team?
I'm talking about generally top teams and mid-table teams. A mid-table team being Fulham has a good transition, but then they are not able to finish it. Whereas, as you can see from the City game, City got a chance to finish on the counter and they did. So I think that's where top teams are separated from mid-table teams, where they lack composure in the final third to make the right decisions and to finish off
Yeah, but I'm not
balls.
talking about the final third here. I don't think they were that bad in the final third. I think they were wasteful between the boxes.
I think that was
Like
more to do with United's pressure on them in the middle of the park.
yeah, I think I agree with that. They
Yeah,
were
lively
hurried.
in the middle. Yeah, United was really lively in the middle of the park as well. And portions of the game, United pressed Fulham really high, really high, where they were forced to play around in and around their box for a long period, which would, as longer as it went, it would have made them more uncomfortable. So United had that press
Yeah,
on, and I think the difference between United before Carrick and since Carrick has come in, and that they press as a team. The individuals
right.
are realizing their role in that pressing, and they're doing it. Kobe Manu was so good today. I can't understand why he had not played enough under Amarim. I don't know what it was, but
Yeah,
he's played
man.
so well today. I mean, he was he was good in the earlier two games, but he was more present and more visible today. You could see what a great player he is. I mean,
Yeah,
he he's like, what do you call that, press resistant. I mean, he knows how to get out of tight situations and how to release the ball from tight
yeah,
situations. So yeah, so it was great to see him getting his being confident on the ball and playing and asking for the ball despite being under
yeah,
pressure. And I think that goes for most of the players actually. Right now they're playing they're very high on confidence, and I was really happy Sheshko got a goal. I think for a striker that's a confidence booster, and with
yeah, for sure. Like that will definitely help his confidence.
And I just want to mention Casemiro was a beast today. Casemiro was everywhere. He scored a goal. He
He
had
got
an
injured
assist.
towards the end of the game, right?
Yeah, they say he had a knock, but considering that we play, and I think he's a very resilient sort of a person as well. So, and I think we only play next week. So I hopefully he'll be back, because a lot of our stability
Yeah,
in the middle depends on his presence as well. So yeah, I hope he's back for the next. It's not anything serious. He looked fine when he got subbed. So yeah, I think it's gonna be. Hopefully he's gonna be fine for the next week.
yeah. Who are United playing next week?
Next week, I'm not sure. Just give me a moment. I'll just check. I can't remember. I had checked it a while ago.
Well, you
I
know
think it's
the
it's West
guy,
Ham.
whatever his name is, yeah, the guy, the United Strand, the guy who.
Jürgen Larsson Strand, yeah. He was going to not
No, no,
United,
no.
Wolves guy.
Talking about that guy who hasn't cut his hair because
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
waiting
yeah,
for
yeah.
the 5 game streak.
Yeah.
He must be getting sharpening that scissors right about now.
Well, we're playing the Spurs next at home.
Okay,
I
that's a
think that
winnable
can
game.
be winnable, but
And who's the game after
can be
that?
tricky at the same time. West Ham. West Ham after Spurs, we're playing West Ham.
Okay.
It's doable. I'm not saying it's doable. It's not doable.
Yeah.
But then I think the way West Ham played yesterday against Chelsea. Chelsea was a bit sort of probably overconfident at the beginning of the game and went 2-0 down to West Ham.
Mm.
But you could also have to notice from the fact that in the second half Chelsea ended up scoring 3 goals
Mm.
when they got their mind to it and they said they want to win the game. So that's how fragile that West Ham defense is. That they let in 3 goals in the second half, and had Chelsea
Yeah.
been on the front from the get go, the result could have been very damaging for West Ham.
Yep.
But I can understand from West Ham's position as well that they're in a position where they can't play for draws anymore. They need to win games
Mm.
in order to get out of that relegation battle. So I think teams will take advantage of it, have them come and attack, and then go on the counter. Feel really bad for West Ham, to be honest with you. It's a great club.
Yeah,
It's a huge
that game
club.
was there for the taking for
Yeah,
for West
they should
Ham.
have. They should have. Even if they didn't win the game, they should have been able to draw it. But yeah, they got nothing from that game despite scoring 2 goals early.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
So, what did you before today's game? We were talking about, obviously Manchester United winning against City, and Arsenal, and
Yeah.
those being games typically that United hasn't seen issues in terms of performing. Now, Fulham was seen as like that first test,
Hmm.
and United has won that game.
Yeah.
Do you think those questions are answered? For
Hmm.
me, I don't think they have
No,
because
neither do I.
they didn't. It wasn't a comfortable victory. If
True.
anything, it became very difficult towards the end. And had it not been the heroics of Sheshko towards basically the final kick of the ball, United would have dropped 2 points, which would have been great for us. But obviously for United, they would be sitting at sixth,
Yeah.
or drawn at points with Liverpool
Yeah.
at fifth and sixth.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Those questions are not answered. And to be honest with you, if you ask me personally, I think today was our most difficult game of the three when you compare it to how we played against City and Arsenal. Arsenal, yeah, maybe first 20, 30 minutes. But I feel Arsenal game was pretty well managed after that, after we scored that first goal. But today, Fulham was a threat all day long and they kept on coming at us. I don't think we managed the game itself very, very well. We should have taken advantage of them coming and we should have tried to get them to attack us and then sort of gone to the counter attack. But we didn't do that because probably Fulham didn't allow us to do that. Fulham was really good
Mm.
today, and the scoreline shows that as well. 3-2 against Arsenal was, I still think, a bit easier game for us than it was against Fulham today. Fulham was really good. I can't even stress enough on how good Fulham was, I feel personally.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what I understand. And yeah, you're right. The questions have not been answered yet. The win, but it also goes to show at the other day, on the other end, that the boys are in it and they want to win games and they're doing everything they can. So when we did draw, I mean, when they took our lead away and we were on 2-2,
Mm-hmm.
the team for the team to go, the team could have been shell shocked and been in their shell, but they went ahead and got that goal and then
They weren't back on the front foot. Yeah.
regrouped, yeah, and then regrouped and defended that lead for the next 5-6 minutes, whatever it was. So yeah, so yeah, you're right. Still, many tests lie ahead. Every team is going to present a different test. Tottenham, for all their bad performances, they can turn up. They have quality players. They can turn up
Yeah.
any given day and hurt a team. So yeah, so I think on United would be focused on the next game, and I feel personally United should beat Spurs. I wouldn't be as wary of Spurs,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah.
I was more concerned
Thomas
about
Frank's
Fulham.
days are numbered.
I was more
It's just a
concerned
matter
about
of a
Fulham's
good
game.
manager becoming available.
I was more concerned about Fulham's game than I am about Spurs' game. But then again, you never know. Spurs can turn up and do something. But the way they've been going for the past 4, 5, 6 games. I think United should win that game easily.
Yeah. Is this at Old Trafford or?
It is at Old Trafford, yeah.
Yeah, that just makes it all the more likely. By the way, Spurs have scored a goal against City. It's 2-1.
City.
City's leading.
Well, City's leading. I think. What do you think about this game? Yeah. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, while we're recording this, the City Spurs game is going on. So we started recording when the second half started for the City and Spurs
And I
game.
think Gahey's just given a penalty. Oh no,
Also,
this was during. He should have gotten a penalty. Like he scored
yeah.
either way. Solanke
Who
scored the
scored?
goal.
Who scored? Solanke. Okay. Yeah.
Solanke scored, and it
Spurs.
was Gahey's tackle from the back, which
Wow.
would have basically given them a penalty anyway.
Had the goal not been scored.
Had the goal not been scored. But that's the thing. It works. It's really funny. Tottenham and Spurs is just one of those games that doesn't matter how bad Spurs are, they always turn up.
Yeah, because they have good players. Also, one of them can be a moment of magic. They have players who can produce. Like for instance, I don't know, and remember, was it against Liverpool when Richarlison came on?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he created a goal or he scored a goal and then
Scored
that
a
was a
goal.
game. So yeah, I'm saying Spurs is one of those teams that they'll have a bad run of games and then in one game some player will decide to turn up and then take the game away from the opposition and the other players would follow his suit. But yeah, I think
just coming back to United, just touching on that, the pressing comment that you made around Manchester. I thought that was definitely part of the game in which we saw material difference.
Yeah,
From Amarim's time, I thought at times they were a bit stale. And that's maybe because, functionally the players didn't really understand their positioning,
probably. Probably.
or because obviously they came into a system which they weren't born into, so they had to learn it on the job at times. So when that kind of happens, then the off the ball game suffers. And I think that's what's been happening with Manchester United.
I don't know if you noticed, even in United's game today, once Fulham was attacking and United managed to recover the ball and were able to go. Do you remember seeing how quick their passing was? Like they knew each player,
Yeah.
every player was making a run, and how
Well,
quick
I
they were
think it's all
transitioning.
about positioning, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you play in
Everyone
your
knows
natural
where to go,
position,
where to be. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, I understand.
and you have to play to your team's strength as opposed to, sort of putting your own stamp in the game. Like I can't remember which manager it was. He was talking about Pep Guardiola and saying that, this is one of the reasons I don't like Guardiola is because he's such a cocky manager. By the way, this is not my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
This is an opinion of a third manager. That he will play a strategy, a game, and like throughout the tournament, and then when it comes to like a final, he would just
I
change the
remember reading
tactics
this
altogether.
just to
Yeah,
show that I made this change and see how it's worked
this is
out.
because of me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, no, I remember reading that. I can't remember. Even I can't remember who that was. But yeah, you're right. You're right. I read that as well. Maybe it is
and
true. Maybe it's not.
and I
I don't know.
think what.
Go on, go on.
No, I was gonna say I think because it's Guardiola, he can pull
Hmm.
it off.
Yeah,
You
probably.
know what I mean? Like those finals, those crucial games, he can pull off those victories because he understands the strengths of the players probably better than some of the other managers. What
Yeah.
some of these other sort of for the lack of a better term, like children of the school of Guardiola,
Mm.
um, they basically have taken the ego almost, or definitely the tactics side of the game, but they don't really get the man management side of the game, which obviously Guardiola is great at. And then yeah, you just see like a really bad game of football as a result of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I was surprised about is when I thought Thomas Frank was a good manager for Tottenham. I don't I looking at the market, I think a lot of the pundits would have agreed that he is a good appointment. But seeing as it hasn't gone well, you know what I was thinking is I'm surprised they didn't go in for Brendan Rodgers because I think the style of football that Rodgers plays and like the kind of
Yeah.
personality that he is, he would have
Mm.
fit really well with the structure at Spurs.
I understand that. I guess in hindsight is a wonderful thing. I think they would have thought. I mean, they would have brought Thomas Frank thinking that they would be able because Brentford was flying high. Um, what they didn't understand is that I don't know why it hasn't worked. To be honest with you, for Thomas Frank, I wish I did. I can't. I can't really say why it hasn't worked so far for him. He seems like a great football person, a great person in general as well. I mean, if you listen to his
Yeah,
interviews,
I
he seems
like
like
it.
a really
I
good,
like.
really nice guy. He has. For me personally, I think he has a wonderful pairing in the starting centre back. I think Vicario is a decent goalkeeper as well.
Oh yeah, I think last season he was probably the top three best goalkeepers in the league.
Yeah, yeah. I think he's really good. I think he can play at this level. I think with Romero and Mendoven, I think they have a good centre back pairing. I think the with Pedro Porro and Jet Spence, they have good wing fullbacks as well. What I feel difference is the physicality that Brentford had in the middle of the park and up front
Hmm.
that Spurs probably lacks. Spurs wants those creative players in the middle of the park, while Thomas Frank with Brentford operated with beasts in the middle of the park, for the lack of better. Even now, you see they've got like all their midfielders are over 6 feet tall and can run for days. So I
Mm.
think I think Thomas Frank's that Brentford team was good because of the hard work put in by all. Even uh, now that you watch Brentford since Thomas Frank has left, but you see the way Brentford is playing after him is pretty much similar to what they were playing when he was in charge. So they've not made
Yeah,
too many
it's the
changes.
Brentford way now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I think that's what it is. I think they should give Thomas Frank time to. I think the season is still there are chances to save the season. It's not like they're way off. I understand they're 15th, but in terms of points, it's still not, all is lost kind of deal for them. They can still come
Yeah.
back to a respectable position and go on for the next. But I think this chopping and changing, because whenever a new man, I think personally, any new manager that you bring in should be given 2 seasons minimum. In terms
Hmm.
of the first season is laying.
Yeah, but
No, I
you,
know. It's wishful thinking. It's not always possible. But I think for Spurs' sake on this, or for the sake of the club, unless there's something very hugely detrimental, because Spurs were finished 15th or 16th last season as well. Do you
yeah,
understand?
but the manager got sacked.
Yeah. Who was it, by the way? Ange? Was it
Ange pushed.
Ange? Ange.
No,
What
he went to
happened?
Forest.
No, he went to Forest
Ange went to
this year.
Forest.
This year, right?
No, Ange left
After
last
he
year.
won, was it last year when he won the he's the one who won the Europa League final, right? With Spurs. That was last year.
Yeah,
So that was last year. He was there till the end of the season and he left at the end of the season.
that's right.
And then he started,
Yeah, Ange was hired at Forest this year, and he was let go. Yeah, because there
yeah,
was
it was
that
one of
dream
the
reunion
shortest
between
stays.
the
It was one
Greek
of the
owner
shortest stays, yeah.
and yeah. I remember it now. Yeah,
So, and you see the difference between the way Ange plays and the way Thomas Frank plays are very different. So yeah, so uh, so that's the difference. I think I was listening to a Thierry Henry interview the other day. So when they were discussing about who's the next United manager should be, and I think this was when Carrick was just appointed, or Carrick was not appointed. I can't really remember. Fletcher was the interim manager for two games. So
mm,
good thing that Thierry Henry, the good point that he raised was that what is the focus of United? I mean, what is their aim? I mean, a manager should be taken on board when they realize that they've established that this is the way we want to go, and in that sense, then they should take the manager. So when he gave an example of Barcelona, that when they got Guardiola in, he was their youth manager when they got him as the first team manager, and that was not because they said Guardiola is a good manager, because yeah, of course they did realize that Guardiola is a good manager, but then they wanted to stick to their principles of the way they wanted to play, and that's why they brought
mm,
Guardiola, because they wanted to play in a certain way. And all
right.
their appointments, 2 3 appointments since Guardiola left, were also on the same basis. So there has to be continuity of idea, that you cannot always blame players for not giving on the enough on the pitch, when you as an organization do not have the right established way of playing and established aims that you want to reach. If United want to play the United way, they should get manager who will play the United way. Last appointment, which was Ruben Amorim, they got a guy who wants to play three at the back. The club has never played three at the back, knowingly. They were happy to do that. Fine, there's no problem. If they want to go down that route, that's fine as well. But then to sack him and then bring Michael Carrick or whoever, and to go back to that kind of game, I mean, you're asking too much of the players as well. So you need to, and that kind of thing has an impact on a lot of things, even financially, because you recruit players thinking of playing in a certain way, and then when that way of playing does not work out, then those players become obsolete for you, and then you end up selling them at on a cheaper rate, and you get players to replace them, but then you abandon that system as well, and then it becomes a cycle. So you might as well want to put your foot down and say, no, we're going to play this one X kind of way, and then keep
Mhm.
your recruitments, everything focused on that kind of way. You want to develop youth, that's a separate conversation to be had altogether. But you need to
Yeah, I
first,
don't think youth development has ever been an issue for Manchester United.
yeah,
I
no, no,
think
yeah,
it's the buying player argument,
hmm.
and honestly, I if you're buying at Manchester United, I mean, it doesn't matter that it's been a mid-table team for the best part of a decade now.
Yeah,
They've always bought players who are top tier players.
Yeah, they managed
So
to attract till now.
these
Yeah,
elite players shouldn't have an issue adapting to three at the back or two at the back, or back four, or playing five at the back. In my head, that shouldn't be an issue for these players. They should be versatile enough, in at least
well, they
to play
couldn't.
that
We
kind of
saw
game.
it. They couldn't. We saw it. We're seeing now. They weren't able to.
No, but I agree with you. But I think that was probably partially down to previous recruitments, especially in the back, due to injuries perhaps, but also some bad midfield recruitments.
You
Like
know what the
dropping
worst part
as much
is?
as they
Yeah, go
have
on.
on Casemiro. Granted, he's a really good player, but he is aging. You need the way that the Premier League, where the Premier League is going. You need.
Mm,
It's become a very, high octane off the ball game.
yeah,
Pressing has become in the past 10 years more central to any games,
yeah,
any team's play over the past 10
agree.
years. And if you cannot offer that in the midfield, it becomes very difficult. I think the most amount of money that you've spent in the midfield in the past probably 5 years was Ugarte. Again, not that kind of press resistant midfield. I think probably the only player who could probably do that is, to your point,
I think
Kobe. Yeah, but I mean, like, not on the contract itself. I think you paid 30-40 million for him. But
no, I think we paid 60 million for him.
how much did you pay for Ugarte?
60. I think
Really?
both
I
were
thought it was
60,
like 80
65.
million or something.
No. It was 60, 65, something like that.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're both similar in the similar fold, right? The similar type of midfielders, I think. But Casemiro probably being a bit more creative than Ugarte. I think Ugarte is just a midfield destroyer,
Mm.
or like yeah, you could probably that's probably the best way to phrase him.
Yeah, so Ugarte was Ugarte was 50 million euros and Casemiro was 70
Oh,
million
it's
euros.
cheaper.
Yeah,
So he was, well, so it's even worse.
yeah,
So I guess what I'm trying to say is I think the recruitment is probably partly to blame here. And
yeah.
this is all because of your initial point about longevity. Managers don't spend enough time at clubs for them to be able to address all areas of the
I
pitch,
think
right?
recruitment, you're right in a way that recruitment is to be blamed for it. But then what drives that? What drives the recruitment is the aim. What do you want to buy? How do you want to play? Do you understand?
Yes, the
And that
chicken
comes
before
from the
the egg,
top.
right?
Yeah. So I think the players are there. And I've always said football is such a huge sport globally that um, you will find the profile of the player that you're looking for in any part of the world. The game is played and revered so much around the world that if teams did have actually have like an amazing scouting network, they'll find players out of Europe. Usually European players would be expensive than players from other part of the world. But if teams
Oh,
did
hang on a
have,
sec. Solanke
yeah,
just scored a second one.
really,
Yeah.
wow,
Oh,
nice.
I want to see. What create. Oh man, this is good news for Arsenal, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course, definitely. What's
And yeah,
happening to?
it's
I can't
Solanke again.
understand what's happening to City. I just can't understand.
I was surprised at Leeds as well, man. They played really well, and I mean
No,
Arsenal did what Arsenal do, man. Set pieces.
let's move on from United to Arsenal.
Oh, Rodri,
Well, did he keep the ball away? Sorry, I
Rodri.
can't see the game.
Yeah, it's okay. So first is Turkey took off the ball quite easily, and then oh my god, what a crazy finish from Solanke, bro!
Yeah.
Almost like a back heel.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a scorpion
Oh
back
wow.
heel type
Okay.
finish.
I'll watch it in the highlights
And
then.
Rodri should have done better with that.
Well, I
He's having a
guess
horrible time after coming back.
who's
He
that?
should have done a lot better with that, but
Who's that? Rodri.
Rodri.
Oh, okay. I think these guys signed another midfielder, right, to replace him. Where has he been? Is he injured? Can't remember his
No.
name.
Well, the thing is, if Rodri's playing, then he cannot play. I think it's Nico Gonzalez.
Yes. I think he did well for himself. But
Oh
I don't know
yeah, he
why
did really well.
I don't know why he did not play. Okay, now
Oh my
he's
god! And guess who ready for it?
yeah.
Conor Gallagher.
Gallagher. Oh, he's playing it today. Is today his first game for the team?
Today's his first
Is it his
game back
debut?
in the Premier League. Yeah.
Nice, nice. I'm happy
He
for him.
is one honest footballer. I really like him.
Yes, yes. Workman, workman. He's like
He's a very Thomas Frank type
James
midfielder.
Milner, Gareth Barry kind of footballer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think you don't appreciate these footballers unless you're like a hardcore football
Hmm. I
fan.
think United was interested in him in summer, but Atletico didn't want to
Oh, here we go.
let him go.
Solanke and for Jed. No, damn. It's a good game, end to end.
Nice, nice,
But
nice.
this is football, man. What do you do?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
But as
you know
Arsenal
who's going
fans
to be
would be glued to
celebrating in all of this?
Arsenal fans would be glued to the screen
Oh
right
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, they will be. They will be glued.
One of
I
the
mean,
few times when Arsenal would be supporting Spurs. Arsenal
yeah,
fans would be supporting
exactly.
Spurs
Just like we were supporting United last week
for
for them to
against Arsenal.
well
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
against Arsenal, even though
Well,
like we're not in the
let's
race
talk about
anymore.
Liverpool's game against against Newcastle. What did you make of
Yeah.
that game?
You know, obviously we spoke right before the game, and there's some big names not playing in the midfield there. What I noticed,
For West
a little
Ham.
bit of change in tactics
Yeah,
from
I noted that too.
Arne
I
Slot.
noted that. Arne Slot. Oh, okay. So I thought you were talking about Eddie Howe. But yeah, go on. Sorry, I
Yeah,
want to hear your thoughts.
he played. It was almost as if he was asking his players to do more off-ball work as opposed to on-the-ball work because of slow build-ups and all that kind of stuff and the criticism that he's received.
Yeah.
As a result of all of that, I saw a lot of long balls from Liverpool, almost giving the ball back to Newcastle for them to play from the back and then press them, steal the ball
There.
up high, and then play the Jurgen Klopp game. Especially in the last 10 minutes. If you've watched the game, did you watch the
No,
whole game or in bits
I
and
watched
bobs?
the first half. I just watched the first half.
Okay, so in the last 10 minutes, you could see, like they showed Arne Slot back and forth quite a lot towards the last little bit of the game because they wanted to get his reactions. You could see Arne Slot telling his players to calm down, bro. Attack after attack after attack.
Nice.
They didn't give a shit. It was. I felt to me like this is Klopp ball. We're not watching slot ball anymore. What a save! Gianluigi Donnarumma. What a save!
This guy
Javi Simon.
keeps coming up with like amazing legendary saves saves every game.
Yeah.
That was slip of the tongue.
But that's what I think. I think this is a slight change of tactic. Now the thing is, you have to keep in mind also this is Newcastle. They actually do play football, as opposed to low block teams.
Yeah. And I
parking the
said
bus, and
this was a good time for you to face Newcastle because they're missing a bit of
I think so.
big names.
And it's going to be
But
a
yeah,
good
no,
time
no,
to
but
face
not to
City
take
next
anything
week
away.
because they also play proper football, and
Are you guys
they
playing City
are
next
low
week?
on confidence. It would seem.
Are you guys playing City
What's
next?
that? Yeah.
Are you guys? Oh, okay. That's going to be a good game.
And then we're playing
Oh, that's
Sunderland
again.
the week after that, which I think was probably going to be a tougher game. So I think that's probably going to be the real test.
Arsenal play Sunderland next week.
Yeah.
Next week. But at the
I
Emirates,
think
so
they
think
drew
they're
with
gonna bash them.
Sunderland at the start of the season.
They
Did
did,
they?
I think. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I think so.
And I thought Sunderland was amazing. I think they're playing at the Emirates tomorrow because I remember that game to be at the Stadium of Light. So.
Yeah. Not tomorrow. That's on 7th.
Oh right, yeah, next week. Okay, so
Yeah.
that was
On
my
Saturday.
opinion about what I thought. Akitike, bro, what a fucking footballer, man.
Yeah,
For a minute there, I
he's
thought
good.
I was having flashbacks of Torres and Suarez. He's quite the footballer. I really enjoy watching him.
No, he is good, and we've seen that at the start of the season as well. I think he's very lively, and he's got that bit of agility and acrobat in him. I think he's an amazing finisher as well, and he's brave as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Well, yes,
think
23.
he's more of a. I think he's a better signing. He's been the best signing for Liverpool amongst the three that they've made in the summer. The three high-profile signings that they made in the summer.
For sure.
He's been the best. I think Wirtz is also coming into his own now that I think he's settling in well. Given I think next, I think he needs to start producing more now. I think he got an assist yesterday, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think he has something like 9 goals and assists in the past 11 games, which is
Nice,
a
nice.
really good
Yeah,
return.
it's a very good return.
So
Very
yeah,
good
you're
return.
right. He's coming into his own. I thought you would have hated him for joining Liverpool, considering
No,
the way that
I
you
did
like
at the
to play
time.
football.
I did, but I was also excited that he's come to the Premier League and we'll get to watch him more
True.
frequently. He's a great player, no doubt. He had difficulty adjusting to the pace of the game in the Premier League, but
And that's
I
only
think
natural
for the
coming from the
past
Bundesliga.
5 6 games, I've noticed that he's sort of adjusted himself and he's starting to get used to. And you know what they say about quality. Quality players will be able to play in any league, in any era.
Yeah.
And I think he's one of those. He's got
Oh yeah.
immense technical ability, immense dribbling ability. So I think it's only a matter of time before he becomes one of the main players when we talk about Liverpool starting 11 going forward.
Yeah, I agree. Do you want to talk about some of the big transfers that look like are likely going to happen? Is United in for anybody?
Not that I know of. I haven't heard him. Although United have let go 2 or 3 youth players out on loan, but I haven't heard of it. Any big incomings or anything? Not even a loan, as a matter of fact. I don't know. Have you heard anything?
For United, no. I
Mm,
think they're pretty quiet right now. I think
exactly.
it's
I
it's
don't think they're going to sign
probably
anyone. I think it's also got to do with the fact that we're just playing the league, so we don't really can't justify anyone coming
yeah.
in. Plus,
It doesn't
Carrick is
seem
all
like there is the
no, no, and
squad is
plus
small.
Carrick is an interim manager for now. So
I think that's probably
for any signing to be done, they want to be sure that it's being done with the knowledge and consent of a permanent manager. So I think these two things, United not being in many competitions, just being in the league, and Carrick being an interim manager, I think these two
Mhm.
factors, it makes sense United not to sign anyone in January.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. What about Liverpool? Are they
When it
signing
comes to
anyone?
Liverpool, though, I thought I would probably be saying the same thing, but it seems like that's not the case.
Okay. Who are they signing?
Looks like Liverpool are in for Lachadel Girtuda.
I'm sorry, I don't know who
Geert
that is.
Ruida.
Wait, that's a centre back. He can play anywhere
He
across the
play.
defense.
He's his right back, centre back, and can play
From
and has
RB
played
Leipzig.
holding midfielder.
From Leipzig,
Correct.
right?
He was on loan to Sunderland.
He's
He
Dutch.
is at loan to Sunderland.
Is he Dutch?
He yes.
Yeah.
He's actually the previous captain of Arne Slot's Feyenoord team.
Oh, okay, good. No, no, I think he's a good player. He's a versatile defender. He's like Timber, who can play in center as well as fullback. So I think that's what he's
Yeah.
like.
The only thing that puts question marks over my head is I think the fact that he's a captain or has been captain at previous clubs, that definitely, it's a good sign that he was trusted by a lot of people in his team and is a leader
Yeah,
in that mold.
yeah.
But the fact that he was at Sunderland and didn't manage to cement his place there,
Mm,
that does fill me with some
doubt.
concern. Maybe the fact that he was on loan had something to do with it, but it looked like he did have like a loan to permanent type transfer. Now, what needs to happen is Sunderland are asking for a compensation and possibly will look for a replacement before they look to terminate the loan short, and
Hmm.
then they have to find an agreement with RB Leipzig, which again doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem, especially considering Jurgen Klopp is director of football there.
Right. Let's see. Let's see
So
how
I
that.
think that's one, and then
But
there
that's
is the
the kind of
second.
complications you've told me. I don't think that's gonna happen in January. Are you
No,
talking
it
about it
looks like
being a
it's moving
January
pretty fast.
transfer?
Like the
Oh, okay,
agreement between
okay.
the player and Liverpool's already been done.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I thought it was more about January because him in Sunderland and for him to was with all the compensation talks that you mentioned. But yeah, okay, fine. Happy for Liverpool if they're able to do it within the because the
Yeah, I mean,
transfer window
what I'm
shuts
saying is,
tomorrow,
it
right?
looks like it's going to happen before the end of the day tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Then that's what everyone's reporting. Like Liverpool are not looking for him to be a permanent signing. This is a
Oh,
loan
unknown.
signing for six
Okay,
months.
okay.
Yeah, and it looks like Giroud wants to come to Liverpool as well. I think that probably has to do with the fact that
It's Flirt
this is
and they
moving as
played
fast
together as well.
as it has. And
Got it.
then the second one, which seems to not go away, and I thought this was more of a summer sort of background work that was being done is Jeremy Jacket.
Yeah, I think they wanna. I think what's pushing Liverpool's hand to get this done now is because Chelsea is very heavily invested in it as well. So I think that's why
Right.
Liverpool want to get it done now.
Yep. That's
I don't
that's
know who is
correct.
more closer to signing him. Is it Chelsea or Liverpool? I'm not sure.
Correct.
But
There isn't an outright leader right now. What it looks like.
yeah, yeah. But both of them are very eager on getting the player.
Correct. And Liverpool has some serious problems in the centre back department because Konate, as we know, is in his final 6 months of contract.
Right.
It hasn't looked like it doesn't look like he's going to sign. So he's
Would
probably
you
going to
want
go
him
to
to
either
sign?
PSG.
By the way, would you want him to
What's
sign?
that?
Would you want him to
Yeah,
sign?
absolutely. I love Konate.
Okay.
He's been injury prone. Sorry, not injury prone. Sorry, error prone
Yeah.
in the past probably 3 or 4 months. But
Yeah.
he's a solid centre back.
I think he's got good pace
And
on him for a centre back, and he's recovers
yeah,
well. As I saw that day with, was it yesterday? Liverpool and Newcastle yesterday, right? Yeah, there was a ball, and I think they were trying to play in Barnes, or was it Gordon? And Konate was matching them pace.
yeah,
It's funny as hell because a centre back can match a winger's pace.
yeah. He's fast, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm not surprised. I don't remember the exact time that you're referring to,
It was in the first half. It
but
was
it
in the
looked
first half.
right.
Yeah, but it
But
was.
you know, Liverpool are stocking up on centre backs.
Mm.
In at least in the youth department, they've signed Mortala and
You guys, you guys signed someone in the summer as well. Someone from Italy. I remember,
yeah,
and have
he
really
had
high
a
hopes for
really
him.
bad injury.
Okay,
Leone.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he had a really bad injury. He's out until at least April,
Must
and
be really bad.
he's Italian.
Was he signed for
He's
first team?
actually very highly rated in
Was
Italy.
he signed for first team, or was he signed for the youth?
No, he was signed for the first team. Yeah,
First team. Okay, okay, okay.
he was very highly rated in Italy. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of like big Italian defense. Oh my word! Xavi should have finished that. Oh, Gehi, what a save! What a tackle! Sorry, coming back to what I was talking about.
That's all right.
He was signed for the first team, but
Right.
yeah, a lot of
faced an injury.
really big names in Italy, like Italian defenders, were really upset that Juventus didn't go in for him because they wanted him to stay in Italy and play in the Italian league and blah blah blah. But he wanted to obviously go to Liverpool, and obviously he came and the one game that he did play, bro, he looked like the real deal. I remember he looked like a young Joe Gomez, muscles in the right places, as Jurgen Klopp would say.
Okay.
He looked the part.
Let's see when he
But
comes back in April, May.
yeah, okay, he got a season-ending injury, and now this will probably affect his game definitely in the future. I feel, which it does for a lot of the time. Harvey
And
Elliott
that's the
got
metal test, right? That's the metal test.
yeah, exactly. Harvey Elliott 2 years ago got a similar type of injury, not a similar type, but like he got an ankle breaker from I think we were playing Leeds, and it was Trojic who basically did a bad tackle, got a red card, and Harvey Elliott basically broke his ankle
Right.
or something in his foot, and he was out for 8 months. And he came back, and he's been consistent, so it's been done before. I
Right.
don't know how this will impact his game, but I like the only game that I saw of him. I don't know much else about him.
Let's
I
see.
haven't seen a
That's
lot
what
of
I'm
his
saying.
games.
Let's see when he comes back in April and May.
Yeah, but Liverpool have been stocking up on centre backs. Like I said, they signed Mortala Ndiaye from Senegal. He's apparently highly rated, and then they signed somebody else from the Championship, and Ndiaye, I think. So these are for the academy, and then they've signed a defender from Austria, from what's his name? But he's joining in the summer. Again, it looks like it's for the academy. He's 19 years old. They're all like, bro, they're tall, like 6'5", 6'6". Like these are tall
for the future. These are all
defenders.
Signings for the future.
Yeah,
I think that has
Konate's-
more to do with. I think those signings are more to do with your owners trying to look at the business side of things and
yeah, but bro, like even if you look at our first team,
yeah.
Joe Gomez injury prone, can't play more than 2 games. back to back,
But to be
right?
honest
We
with
have
you, you
to
guys
get
have
rid of
stuck
him.
with him sort of place for a very long time. I know. I mean, you should have
Yeah,
let them go and replace them quite earlier rather than
yeah,
thinking of it now. That's my opinion.
I agree. So Joe Gomez, Konate's got a contract situation, and Virgil van Dijk is getting old. So
Yeah.
three, basically starting defenders.
Hmm. Need to be
Our backline's
replaced.
going to change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Got it, got it.
So that's why we've got this drive on defenders. I don't think Gitruda is a long term solution. I think he's probably like a squad player.
Hmm.
Perhaps in the future that could do really
Unless
well for us.
unless he comes on loan and Slot is able to tap into the player that he was at PSV and
And
then
that's if Slot
or
stays beyond
Feyenoord.
the summer,
Yeah,
right?
that too.
Because it looks like from reports that we're reading is decisions being made. It's just a matter of when, now or the summer. Likely it will happen in the summer.
Yeah,
Because they
because
wouldn't
he
want to
won.
disrupt any.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
flow that is going on right now.
yeah, and they don't want to come across. I don't know why people keep saying that. They don't want to come across as
Trigger
every
happy.
other club. Yeah,
I know, man.
I think I don't
I
know
don't know what
why.
to say about that. I don't really
I
want to
don't
say
like.
about that.
End of the day, you're in the results business, bro. Like it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter what the perception is. But
that's why I
I
say
guess
I don't
this
know
is
what to
more
say
to
about
attract
that. They're
top
more
managers and top players.
they're more concerned about how they perceive than the well-being of the club. Than I don't have anything to say about that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's worked for them this far. I think they're probably the
I
best
said
run club
enough.
in the past 15 years. So you can't really knock them for their decision making. I think now I like to give them the benefit of the doubt
Mm,
before I make a judgment call.
mm.
Because I mean, you look at the game yesterday. Slot has had his tactics spot on, but I mean,
Mm.
2 days later you'll see a different result and a different type of performance, and that has to do
But that's down
with.
to is that down to Slot or to the players? What do you say? What do
But
you
bro,
think?
it's the lost trust. Like if the players lose trust between the manager, because the bigger games, the players are going to be motivated because they know the world is watching.
But that's what I'm saying.
These,
Do you think that's
it's a
down to
loss of
players or
trust.
the?
It's the players. Of course, it's the players because they have to execute it on the field, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand. For bigger games, they will not need. They're already motivated. But for smaller games, I think you're playing for Liverpool, right? It's a big club. Motivation shouldn't be a negotiable. It should be a non-negotiable. You go out and you win the game. You've been given the opportunity to represent Liverpool Football Club on that field.
I agree.
But I understand if the see in Ruben Amorim's situation, uh, we saw that tactics were really wrong, and because we could hardly keep a clean sheet in any of the games that he was there, because the
Yeah.
players weren't used to playing three at the back and how they're supposed to attack and come back, and they were playing out of position, all those things. But with Slot, it's not a very big, he's not really gone away from how the football was played at. Yeah, I guess the build-up has become a bit slow. But it's not like the players are not playing in the positions. Players are still playing in their positions. And if
No, they're
the
playing in the
kind of the
positions,
way they
but like for
played
example,
against
their off the ball work is not going to be great. They in transition, they're not going to be
so,
quick
but that's
enough
down to players,
because they
right?
want to
Not
be
not
safe.
Slot. That's not down to Slot. That's down to the players.
That's what I'm saying. It's down to the players. Like
Yeah. So
they have lost the trust, or there's a loss of trust between the manager and the players. So they don't want to play or don't want to listen. Like there
or
was
they want to
a
support the
clip that
manager.
I don't know if you've seen on Twitter. I've seen a few times now.
Hmm.
On X.
What is it?
It's Slot, like it's in the last few minutes of the game. I think it was a Leeds game,
Okay.
and he's telling Curtis Jones to go up the field, or telling him something, or to
Who's
do
that?
to do
Slot.
something, and he's like, "Huh?"
Who's that? Who's the manager?
Slot
Oh,
is asking Curtis Jones,
okay,
and
okay.
Curtis Jones, like you can kind of read it from his lips that he's saying, "That's the same. That's the same position I'm in. Like that's the same thing. Like what's changing? Like."
Hmm.
And there've been reports now also of a bust up between Curtis Jones and Arne Slot in the past few weeks. So,
Okay.
like, you're hearing too many things. Salah.
When did Curtis Jones
Now
become
him.
Salah?
Huh?
When did Curtis Jones become Salah?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying first it was
I
Salah.
don't think Curtis Jones is
then-
that big a player to be having bust-ups with the manager.
Well,
That's what I think.
I mean, he's
He's not a
25
big
years
enough player.
old.
Whatever he is, whatever
He's-
his age is, he's not that important to Liverpool that he...
Well, I mean, it depends who you ask, right? He's the only player who's been at the club for as long as he has. He's a boyhood.
That's fine.
Obviously.
But that doesn't... Again, you're not understanding what I'm saying. He's not even the past
Bro,
the
if it
first starting
happens with
11.
one player, I
He's
guess
not
what I'm
even
saying, it
starting
happens
11.
with-
If it happened with Ekitike,
No, he
I
is,
understand.
though.
He's a big...
But
No,
now
bro.
he's
Come on, what are you
kind of
saying
like-
about it?
You would argue that he is.
Who's your midfield in the starting 11?
In my
play ahead
midfield?
of-
Or you're asking Slots midfield?
Okay,
Because
Slots
in the
midfield.
first 3 months, he was
Who's-
Arne Slot's starting midfielder.
Who's
My
the
starting midfield is Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and McAllister.
McAllister. Exactly. So he's not
There's-
part. So Curtis Jones is not part of starting 11.
No, but that's mine.
No,
Like, I don't think that's
and you-
Arne Slot's.
I think you're right. Curtis Jones doesn't get ahead of any of those three players in the midfield. He's not a better
agree.
player than all those three players.
No, he's not.
So that's
he's
what I'm saying. He's not as important. I mean, if Ekitike was having a bust, then yeah, that would be something that in the space of 6 months, Arne Slot has managed to have bust up with two of the first starting 11 players. Curtis Jones, he's a good player. I'm not saying that he's not a good player, but
He's
he's
a
not.
utility player, if anything.
Yes, exactly. That's what my point is.
So, like him, and then the Salah situation. There was, there's obviously this contract situation with Konate.
I don't know why doesn't Liverpool just let him go? I can't understand why. It's not like he's the
Konate?
last. No, Salah. There was an interest from
Yeah.
Saudi, right? You're getting good money for him. Just let him
I
go
think
and
he will
finish
go
it
in the
all.
summer.
Okay.
I think he will, because his impact on games has become less and less of the past few games.
Yeah.
And so you can now see the center of attention being around Wirtz and Ekitike. So he's become kind of almost obsolete. But you know what I will say though is when Salah's starting, Liverpool just play better. Like, that's just what I've seen.
Yeah, but you will be able to sign the. I mean, the kind of money that you'll be able to raise from Salah's sale, you will be able to find a good winger who can play on that, and then be more involved than Salah is right now. And
I'm hearing we'll probably be going in for Olise. He would be crazy.
yeah,
But I have my
for some
reservations.
reason I've been reading Bayern Munich want to sign Gakpo.
Yeah, I've heard that. They actually wanted Gakpo before they
January.
wanted Luis Diaz.
Oh, okay. You guys should have kept Luis Diaz, by the way. That's personal opinion.
Yeah. Well,
I
the
know.
problem is he wanted to leave.
He wanted to leave. Yeah, I remember reading
And
that.
you
I
know
think
why
that
he
was the
wanted
reason.
to leave?
Why?
Liverpool didn't want to give him a contract renewal because he had 2 years remaining on his contract. And do you know how much he was on?
How much?
You can laugh, bro. He was
How
on
much is he?
65K a week.
That's it?
Yeah.
I don't blame him, by the way. I mean, I shook my head when you said he already had 2 years left. Like, why do players want to renew when they have 2 years left? But being on 65, bro, that's like when youth players come into and have a good season, they get raised to 65.
No, that's at Manchester United, not at Liverpool. At Liverpool, it's different. Like,
But how much did you get? 35?
I
40?
say that with tongue in cheek because Curtis Jones he's on 50. He's on 50 a week.
Yeah. But don't you think, but hand on heart, don't you think Luis Diaz deserved more than 65?
Of course he did. But I mean, think about it from a club's perspective. If you're having a player like Luis Diaz, if he's occupying and having the kind of output he is, on 65K a week, on the left side, he's on starting 11 and he's scoring as much as he has.
Bro, he's hard
Then
work,
why
bro.
would you give him a renewal 2 years ahead of time?
to retain him. I mean, some other club is coming in offering him, and then he's
But if you look at it from their perspective, what they're thinking is we're
but
gonna go
then
for Ekitike
that's how
and
football
Isak.
is. That's how football is.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. If you give him a renewal, it's as good as going and getting somebody like Semenyo or getting somebody like
But they didn't even get him,
Michael
right?
Olise.
They didn't replace him
No,
as
but
well.
that's besides the point. This is their thought process at the time, right?
Bro,
They were thinking, we will give that much money to Semenyo and get him. Like, why will we pay you that much? We will get 75 million for you, which they did, and then we will pay 50 million to Bournemouth and get Semenyo and put him on the same wages as you. We save 25 million.
but where is
You
that?
know? No, exactly. That's
And
football, right?
personally, my personal opinion, again, maybe you think this differently. Luis Diaz is a better player than Semenyo for me. Because the kind of
Well,
hard work
he
that guy
did
used to
frustrate
do,
me a lot. I'm not gonna lie to
the
you. As a
kind of
Liverpool
hard work
supporter,
that
he
guy
had a
did.
lot of.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I understand that. But the kind of shifts that guy used to put for Liverpool, defensively and offensively, I mean, on his day, he was untouchable, bro. The kind of change of direction on pace he had.
I wouldn't say he was
He had a more
untouchable. I think he was
on
a
his
very
day. On
hardworking
his day,
winger for
very
sure.
hardworking. His game was much more well-rounded than Semenyo. That's what I think.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen Semenyo enough to say that, but I
Yeah,
mean, looks like he's doing really well at City. He's scoring for
yeah.
fun. I say that he didn't score today. It doesn't look like, but
He did. He did score today, by the way.
he did.
He scored the second goal.
Oh wow! And
The
it's
second goal
the
was
game's
good.
drawn.
Yeah, and Liverpool and Arsenal fans must be over the moon right now. They must be over the moon. By the way, let's come back to let's talk about Arsenal's games a bit. Arsenal's game a bit against Leeds.
I don't want to.
I know. Okay, fine. Then let's just end on that note.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the same kind of football, man. Like first
No,
goal
yesterday they
from a
played well.
corner,
They played well.
second
They
goal
played
was a
well.
goalkeeping error and an own goal. Like
Was
it's
it?
just it's anti-football, man. It's anti-football. Like you cannot pick a game in which they say, "Oh, they deserve to win the game." They played really well.
I thought they
I
played
don't
really
think they
well.
did. Leeds actually, I think were playing better than them in the first half, in the first 20.
First goal was a cross. Second goal was a corner. Maybe I can't remember.
Yeah, a
Third
corner own goal.
third goal was good, and fourth goal was good as well.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, Leeds
See,
is.
it could have gone either one of two ways, right? They could have succumbed to the pressure that have been on them since that United lost, or they could have
Yeah,
come out with a statement win, which they did. What else do you
which they
want
did.
from them? What more do you want from them? They scored 4 goals against Leeds. How many
I
teams
want them
score
to
four
lose.
goals in a game? Yeah. So
I want them to succumb under the pressure. That's if you're asking me what I want. That's
if I'm not wrong, this game week only Liverpool has scored the same amount of goals, 4 goals, and I'm sure that game must have come as a shock for you as well. So 4 goals in a game is not a small feat. They've come and they scored 4 goals, and now they've established their lead on top. I
yeah,
understand
but
that
I mean,
against
you know
United they
football,
were
bro.
under
You
the
know how
pressure.
football works, right? Like,
I always
it's
felt they
you
still have
can.
good players and they will come back. I still think Liverpool is going to end. I was skeptical last week, but I still think Liverpool is going to go and win the league. The way City has performed today, and the way Arsenal has performed this game week, I still think that Arsenal is going to go and win the league.
You think? Oh, you think Arsenal's going to go and win the league?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it
They
does.
have
It
depth.
still
They
looks
have
like that right
amazing
now.
squad depth, bro.
They do.
Amazing. Like it's disgusting
It
how
would be.
amazing
It
their
would
squad
be
depth is.
more of a surprise if they don't win the league at this point.
Yeah, yeah, of course, definitely, definitely. I mean, look at this, right? Saka gets injured during the warm up, and they got a Noni Madueke to replace him at the start of the game, and
And he
and
has
they had
hands in both the goals in the first
and
two
they
goals.
had yeah, and they had a player to replace him later as well. So their squad depth is amazing, and they've good players who can come on and make a difference. So
Yeah.
I don't see how Arsenal loses this league. Honestly,
Yeah. Who are they playing next week?
I think they're playing Sunderland. Yeah, at Emirates.
Oh yeah, you said that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be interesting. I'm definitely gonna tune into that.
they just need to have like next 3-4 games. They need to
And the
win their
problem is
next
we're
3-4
playing
games.
City next week. So if we win against City,
Yeah,
which
yeah, which is
that wouldn't be a
possibility.
surprise to me,
Yeah, because considering
then
how
it
the
just
defense is,
basically
yeah, it's just they might end up winning the league like 3-4 games earlier than the season ends, and then
yeah.
good luck to you and good luck to me in terms of dealing with Arsenal supporters after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be
It's
a
gonna
deserved win. It'll be a deserved win.
Yeah, I mean, of course,
Yeah,
league champion is league champion.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
There's no easy
And
ways to
you
win
know,
the
I was
league.
I was
So
reading, I was listening to some Arsenal fans through the course of the
why were
week
you doing that?
before the game. I was just browsing through YouTube and was like, so someone asked one Arsenal fan that if let's say Arsenal does not win the league this season for some reason or the other, would you keep Arteta as the manager or would you go for someone else? And the guy was like, I'm not sure. Maybe depends on the circumstances. This, so he was a bit on the fence about it. I was like, you keep him. You've spent 6 years with him. He's brought you where he has. You keep him. And you know, year on year, if you look for the past two,
It's a
3 years,
no-brainer.
he's done. Yeah, you keep him. You keep him. I mean, you've spent so much. You might as well give him another season to get you through that league win. I mean, he's
Yeah.
he's brought Arsenal to where it is. It'll be like a sin to sack him now and think of going some other direction
Think
when he's
about any
brought you
other
so
manager
close.
coming in and him taking the time to like adjust to the league, and
Yeah,
no
yeah,
one's
yeah,
earned a
exactly.
slot in their first season. I think Chelsea had a manager come in one in the first season. That's
I
probably
think
the
Conte.
only team.
I think Conte
Yeah,
maybe was it. It was. I
yeah.
think it was Conte.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it isn't.
It is not easy.
It is, and then despite the squad that they have, any new manager would come in and it'll be a different thing. So yeah, no, I think they should stick with Arteta.
It'd be
Uh,
stupid to do that.
yeah, yeah, I think they will keep him. I think they will keep him for the
I
long
was
term.
surprised is Aston Villa lost against Brentford today, man.
I told you, didn't I? I told you
Yeah,
they're missing a majority of their central midfield players, and
yeah,
they didn't have McGinn, they didn't have Onana, and they didn't have Tielemans.
yeah.
All those
You
players
know, what'd
start
be
for them.
interesting actually is I think none of the Premier League teams are playing except the Carabao Cup semi-finalists midweek. So the other
What?
teams are going to be fresh, and then
Okay.
these teams like the likes of Arsenal, the likes of Chelsea, City, and who is the other semi-finalist? I can't remember.
I think
Newcastle,
it's
maybe.
Newcastle and City.
Newcastle and City, and then Chelsea and Arsenal. So these teams are going to be maybe tired, and then they have to go on the weekend and play. You know, obviously set games. So that's
Arsenal
going to be
doesn't
also
mind.
an interesting
Arsenal
turn
doesn't
of
mind
events.
because they have the squad depth. They can rotate players. They won their first leg 3-2, was it? Against Chelsea? They won their first leg 3-2 against
Yeah,
Chelsea. So yeah. So I think
but I
that
mean,
was the
keep in
reason.
mind, bro. Even Chelsea has a really deep squad.
Yeah, now Chelsea also. So it'll be nice. And I think that was the reason behind Brasilia resting the players at the start of the West Ham game. And then we saw that, okay, no, this isn't working and I need to win the game. I can't be losing to West Ham. He got those
Yeah,
players on the field and they turned it around.
yeah. Okay, well, I think we got through quite a lot of stuff today, so
Yeah,
let's probably
yeah.
park it for now. Thank
Yeah.
you, everyone, for tuning in.
Yes.
Adil said something at the start of this episode. Adil, I'm going to implore you to mention that again, so
What's
these
that?
guys do not
Oh, yeah.
forget.
Yeah, guys, please, please, please follow us, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you get notified every time we upload a new video. And we're asking you not just for us to get the views. We want you to interact. Give us some stuff to talk about. Post your opinions, your views on our views. We'll be grateful to hear that. We would want to start that conversation on what you think, and if you have any interesting take on any of the things that we've talked about, please share with us, and we'll discuss it in more detail. Definitely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's it.
On that note,
Well, thank you,
everyone,
everyone,
have a
for
good week.
tuning in. We'll be back on Tuesday to record, and
Wednesday.
probably Wednesday
Yeah.
for you guys to check in. Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe we do another live one. By the way, this one we did upload on Twitter. We're recording live right now, so all of our folks who are watching it live on Twitter, what's up?
Yeah, and so that
Go
just in
back to bed.
case anyone who doesn't clock this, so if we'll be doing a recording again on Tuesday, and that will probably be 9:30 GMT. Most likely,
Yeah.
we will be streaming it live as well. So if anyone has the time and can make the time, please do come in on our Twitter channel. I think Omar will put description in the description of this video, so you can follow us. And
Yeah.
whenever you get
I can do that.
whenever you guys get the chance, just come to our stream and let's talk, let's chat, let's get to know each other.
Yeah. and then maybe you can tell us what do we call this.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
All
On
right,
that
guys,
note,
take it
yeah,
easy. See
take
you
it
guys in a
easy.
few days.
See ya.